What's good, y'all? It's Klassik Poet, and this is Inside the Studio.
Visionaries wanna help the inner cities. Play the game right, gain off any penny, ain't shit sweet. Business never full of good and plenty, and pure soul travel down a long road. I learned that before I turned 20, doing local radio. I'm visiting my high school. Bags fumble, but we picked it up like 5 rules. Broken promises, the industry's a tight pull. At times it got me and my mama in the fights too. I choose to do anything necessary. Show the world I love it every day like February.
What was some of your earliest music memories?
Oh, my earliest music memories. I remember being like literally 3 years old and being in the back of my pop's Jeep, and he had like these huge speakers, and like the earliest song I remember him playing was like Annie Up by M.O.P. and like just how infectious that was for probably a little kid to just be jumping up and down to that was like, between that and maybe like Styles P, like I was just sold on hip hop as a whole. Like that was just the lane I loved.
Which artist or artists resonated with you the most on your journey to becoming a musician?
That's a hard question, Arden, because there's so many artists, so I don't even want to pinpoint on one. But I think I resonate the most with like Kendrick Lamar's, the J. Cole's, the Hoes, like people who really, you know, think outside the box in the way they convey their messages, and it still just registers to everybody. So
when it comes to the part of your career where you started to record music, where exactly did you begin recording your music?
Oh, probably like this small, like in the closet studio in Neuro, straight out of high school, and it was like a hobby before I went to school in Maryland, and I was writing my first records over these remixes, and it was one of those fun times where you're just in the closet and it was just for fun, and it's not as, you know, other moving parts as it is, excuse me.
As you've been working on this new body of work, of course there's times while in the studio and while writing and doing whatever it is, you learn new things about yourself as you're creating this body of work. Throughout this particular time for you right now, what has been something that has come out about you that may or may not surprise you?
The understanding of, you know, our circumstances and how we're in control of our circumstances, you know, more than the circumstances control us. I think with COVID being out and us being inside and us having the chance to really like, you know, discover what makes us great within without, you know, the exterior world distracting us. I think, you know, when conveying this record, it's just knowing that, you know, life is just, it's a balance, you know what I mean? You gotta take in the good along with the bad. You gotta take in the pretty along in with the ugly and embrace it both, you know, because that's the best way to navigate this world. And I think Contradiction in this project is really what came out of me, just understanding that more about myself and more about the environment and the circumstances we live in.
For Contradiction, do you recall a moment in which this project became what it was for you? Like, because there's a time where, of course, as an artist, you guys go, yeah, you know, working on a new body of work, but there has to be a point where you realize, like, holy crap, this project is what it actually is. Was there ever a moment for you when it came to Contradiction?
Well, I've been working on this project for 2 years. Like, right when I was wrapping up before things get weird, I had started penning records for Contradiction, not knowing that it was going to be Contradiction. It was a lot of different names, and I think over the summer of this past year, like I said a phrase and it just registered so much, and I was like, ooh, Contradiction. I was like, that's really what this is, you know, instead of me trying to look out for other stuff and trying to like make things too complex, like let me just put it in a layman's terms that like it's just clear, it's in people's face, you know, you know what you see when you get it. Yeah, a lot of people I've showed this song to love this song.
Nah, like for real. Like,
love this song.
Like
and it's crazy because it's not even like a single. And people are just like, yo, this song is crazy.
It's just one of those.
I've had this song rapped. I had this song on the raps for 2 years. Like this song has been done for 2 years. Like recorded and shit. But it just I had to sit with it. I sit with my joints. Like when I give out my records, like my records have to be the best I feel they could possibly be. Even though they're not ever gonna be to my liking, because I'll sit there for 20 years on one record wanting it to be perfect, but when I feel like it could be put out there, like I want it to just be, I want y'all to hear everything, like all my intentions.
Separation, made them think we high up elevation. I kinda put a ray pad in reverse. If my crowd surf come correct, then I need a payment. My head is on a swivel, who can take advantage? Used to play the Galleria, now he causing damage. 40 minutes from the field, who can understand it? Bandit, selling cuts like a bandit.
In 8 tracks you would call it an EP, but I don't like calling my joints EP because like the way I approach my joints is with such a like an album intent every time. No matter how many tracks is on there, I'm gonna give you an experience that's like unique to me all the time. It doesn't even matter if it's 4, 5, 6, or 20 tracks. Like, but I hate calling them EPs, mixtapes, albums. It's just like projects because it just represents spaces that I'm in. If I'm in a space to put together 4 tracks and have those 4 tracks tell a story, then it's gonna tell a full story. If I'm in a space to do it 12 tracks, then it's gonna be 12 tracks. But Kontradiction was just gonna be a lot more clear than Before Things Get Weird was.
Them kings who come from upstate fight for every ounce of respect. We gon' take it one day. I kept my head up high, don't take it personal. I'm not scared to step out.
914 needed an answer.